Dylan Mackey hits his first home run ever, just as his mama, Cara, drops dead in the bleachers. The ball stays aloft in the hot, heavy air, spinning, 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 even as Cara's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Dwayne Shield, falls out right after her. Looking on, you might think Dwayne's reaching for Cara, a gentle, almost protective gesture. But you'd be wrong. There's never been anything gentle or protective about Dwayne Shield. In and out of Big Sandy RDC since he was 16, he once beat a man senseless with a McDermott pool cue. Once put a blue steel .38 revolver against a Pakistani's jaw in a liquor store holdup when he was barely 14, and that was 10 years ago. Now tall, thin, wasted, he doesn't look his age, but a hell of a lot older. Nothing much left of him at all, a hastily scrawled stick figure, all right angles and sharp edges. A punch doll, a bad joke. So when he tumbles off the rusty bleachers, it's like someone's cut all his strings. He goes slack and silly, lifeless and limp, and falls forward with hardly a sound. Dylan's rounding first, heading to second, smiling and laughing and raising his arms to the sky and happy for the first time in a long time. Least since his real daddy, Ronnie, ran them over to that catfish place in Catletsburg before he went back up to the corrections for a spell, when Junior Heck's mama, Tanya, starts hollering loud like a big old fire truck. Dylan passes second, slowing down now, and the game long forgotten as mamas and daddies pull away from the bleachers, a few even running low and covering their heads because they think it's a shooting. 11-year-old Dylan knows all there is to know about that. What to do if someone angry or strung out or just plumb crazy ever bursts into Angel Middle. How you hide when you first hear gunshots. But soon as Tanya Heck started up her hollering, Dylan already knew it weren't caused by no crack of a hunting rifle. No shotgun blast. Most of them mamas and daddies have figured that out too, calmly looking for their kids, rounding them up with waving arms. But some others are just standing around, wrapped up in cigarette or vape smoke, staring down, embarrassed, at something lying on the ground. Dylan takes one last look back over the left field fence to see if his ball's still flying high, or maybe rolling instead, all the way down to the water's edge at the fork. But there's nothing. That ball, and so many other things the boy can't put a name to, lost forever in the deepening dusk, where fireflies pop here and there like campfire sparks, like that one time he and his daddy camped down at Yatesville Lake, and what a fire that was. It was summer then, too, and way too hot, but his daddy helped him build it up bigger anyway, feeding it every piece of hickory or black cherry they could find, sitting as close as they dared, his daddy hanging one arm over his shoulder like they were good buddies. They burned hot dogs pitch black, but ate 'em anyway. Then laid side by side beneath the whited-out stars as his daddy told him stories about the mines, and even further back than that, when he was only Dylan's age. The boy can't remember much of those stories now, but still remembers his daddy's hand on his, the warmth of it, and the weight of things passed down to him, still gently pressing there. Dylan never makes third. He slows down and finally stops altogether between the bases, hands still raised, like he's asking a question that's got no answer. Then he starts up again, shuffling past the pitcher's mound to see for himself what all the damn fuss is about.